everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then my name is Susannah, and please don't forget to subscribe down below if you enjoy this type of content. I create Ninja Foodi recipes, and today we are making a cake. So this is my coconut and strawberry cake. I think you're really gonna enjoy this one. Lemon drizzle cake that I've made was a real hit. I know that so many of you have remade that time and time again, which is absolutely brilliant. So I wanted to do something different, some different flavors. This will be delicious served with some custard. It's easy. All my recipes are easy. You should know that by now. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, hit the like button for me. Let's go and make this cake. So let's make a start on our coconut and jam sponge. Now this is a traditional cake, so you can just start off as you normally would by measuring out your butter. I'm using Stork. I really like this for making cakes. We're going to need 200 grams, so I'm just weighing that straight into my mixer bowl. I always find that with Stork it makes a nice light fluffy cake. Hopefully that is going to be the case with this one. Okay, 200, great. And now into here we want caster sugar and another equal amount, so another 200 grams of sugar going in. Now we need to cream these together, which basically just means give them a good mix until they're really well incorporated and we get a nice creamy texture to this. Okay, that's great. That's all creamed together really nicely. Next ingredient is 3 eggs. So I'm just going to crack those into the bowl. Probably should be doing these into a separate pot. You never know if you're going to get a bad egg, do you? But we are risking it today. This is going to be so delicious. We're going to steam bake this, as I've had some good success with using the steam bake. Right, so that's the eggs. Let's mix those in. I tend to use my mixer for starting off my cake, and then my dry ingredients I tend to fold in by hand. But you know, you do whatever you prefer. So let's measure out our desiccated coconut. I'm going to go a bit undecided whether to do 60 or 80 grams. Let's do 60 and see what that looks like, shall we? I want it to taste of it, don't we? So let's go 80. Let's go 80 grams. Right, we're going to need that later for the topping. And then also into here, we want to put self-raising flour. Just going to reset my scales, and we need 200 grams. I'm so enjoying experimenting with the Ninja at the moment. And I've been making so many recipes that you guys haven't actually seen yet, which I'm saving for my book. So there'll be plenty of new recipes and, of course, some classic ones in the book, if and when it happens. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed it will happen. So with this, basically the sponge is just flavoured with coconut, and then we can top it with the strawberry jam and sprinkle it with the coconut at the end. You could, of course, cut it in half and do a jam filling as well. Okay, give that a good mix. Now, sometimes when you get to this stage, it's quite a thick batter, and I like to add in a little bit of milk. It's something that my mum has always done with her baking. So anything that's sort of a basic sponge recipe, she's always added a little bit of milk. Just helps loosen that mixture slightly. So a splash. I don't have a quantity. Hopefully you can see roughly how much that is. And as you can see now, that has loosened up that cake batter. One, it makes it a lot easier for me to mix it. And I think it may make it a little bit lighter as well. So there you go. Cake batter done. This is how easy it is to make my coconut and jam sponge. Now to get this baked, we need 750 millilitres of water, and I'm putting that straight into the bottom of my pot. I'm using my trusty Ninja dish to bake this. I absolutely love this. I have put a little bit of parchment in the bottom I'm just being a little bit cautious. The non-stick on this is absolutely amazing. And if you want to buy those, there is a link actually to them. You can purchase them off of Amazon. My link is just in my description below this video. So nice and easy for you to go and grab those. They are probably the best thing that I have bought as an accessory for my Ninja. Of course, the Ninja is the best thing that I've bought for my kitchen. But yeah, this bakeware set is absolutely brilliant. So scraping that as clean as I can with my spatula. We don't want to waste any of that. And now I'm just going to spread it out. So just spread it round. Obviously, as it bakes, it's going to do this as well. But I just think it helps it get going, doesn't it? So that we've got an evenish layer. So I don't cover it or do anything. I just lower that straight in. Got the water in the bottom. We get the lid down. Loads of people ask me this, so I just thought it's worth mentioning. This valve at the top that we've got up here doesn't come into play when you're using steam. You only literally use that for pressure. So that is your pressure valve. The only time you use it is when pressure cooking. So we don't need to worry about what that is doing right now. Middle section is our combi steam. So that's now where we need to be. And we want to move over to steam bake. I want the temperature to be 160. So it's not too hot, but hopefully hot enough that we get that rise. And I'm going to bake this for 45 minutes. It always seems like such a long time, but I know from other things that I've made in the Ninja, they do take longer to cook generally when it comes to cakes. So steam bake, 160, 45 minutes. Do not open the lid. Let the Ninja do its thing. Here we go. It is just finished. Let's open up the lid. Whoa, it looks good. Oh, it smells, the whole kitchen, not even the whole kitchen, the whole house smells incredible. Oh, okay. That looks nice and spongy, a bit like the lemon drizzle did. Let's get it out of there. Just going to lift it out using my tea towel. Don't burn myself. Let's give you a closer look. Here we go. Look at this. Really nice and light and spongy. I just need to leave it to cool now. That is the worst thing, is waiting for your cake to cool. But it looks pretty delicious. We've definitely got to top this and cut into it and really see how good this is. So here is my beautiful coconut cake. And that is flipped over, and I've taken off the parchment that was on the bottom. It's now cooled. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to get that onto my glass serving dish. Now, it's not the deepest cake, so to slice that and kind of fill it is a little bit more tricky. So to be honest, I'm not going to bother, because I think with a layer of jam on the top, and I've got this lovely strawberry jam here, I just grabbed in the supermarket today. Obviously, a homemade one would be even nicer. But this is going to add some moisture and definitely a lot of gorgeous flavour to this cake. Love the combination of strawberry and coconut together. And when my husband gets home from golf tonight, I think he's going to be extremely happy. I've put quite a lot in here, actually. Maybe I put too much. Oh, well. Want it to taste a bit, don't we? Now it's just a case of sprinkling over the coconut on top. I'm going careful, I'm going slow. I want it to be all covered. I don't want any sort of thick bits. I want it sort of to be fairly even if I can. Look at that. Delicious. So let's try and cut a slice of this. Oh, it's really spongy and soft, which is really nice. Yum. Let's hope I've gone all the way through. Oh, yes. Look at the texture of that. That is so gorgeous. That is really moist. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. Give me a like, please do, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching.